Hello everyone, welcome back to Mass Effect. This is part 4. What's going on there? Of our Mass Effect playthrough. We just became a Spectre, and now we have a few quests that we can finish up here. We got signal tracking, the fan, you need to go talk to Emily Wong. That's just scanning the keepers is just like a thing that I do whenever I'm at the Citadel. We need to go back and talk to Shaira. So I mean, there's a couple of things on the Citadel we need to do before we leave, as well as before we go and talk to Anderson and Udina about our ship and then leave. You know, I could have sworn I scanned all the keepers here, but guess not. Alright, so before we leave the Citadel Tower, we can go talk to Rear Admiral Kahoku now, who's down here to the right. Got a mission from him.
No, I'm waiting to speak with... Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres.
I know,
We
right?
need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
Sounds like he wants
I'm
something.
getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
Okay.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm going to stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though.
Alright, so that's that one. I don't think there's a keeper back here. We'll check anyways. There is, look at that. Although, I already scanned him. Okay. See, I knew there was. And then Gareth will be right over here. And he'll give us a mission.
Hope he's okay.
Come on.
I'm on
Thank
a
you.
break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
Yep.
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse.
That is true.
I won't give up on my brother. Not yet.
Oh, there's
I've
some
got the
pretty cool ones
coordinates
out
of
there
the
though
last
too.
transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. They
Pirates
don't
more
have
likely.
any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Yeah, well,
If your brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the
I'll
coordinates.
be the nice guy.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
Well, maybe not as soon, but you know. I'll get back to you. Alright, so let's see. Now that that's done, mean, I could use the rapid transit, but I was already here. So we'll take the elevator.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
The other reason why I chose to take the elevator. There's 2 missions after you become a Spectre that you get from a radio broadcast in an elevator. That was one of them. That's sort of the missing survey team. Alright, so while we're down here, talk to Shaira, and we're looking for a woman named Helena Blake. She'll be this way, and the consort's on the other end anyway, so I might as well go this way. Now it'll require a little bit of a renegade action, or some renegade points to. I can't talk. You'll get some renegade points for accepting the mission from her, but at the same time,
Got a moment,
it's
Spectre?
worth it. You can get some pretty good Paragon points though too. So
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these 2 have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
it kind of feels like a setup.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die.
Nice.
Our needs are aligned.
Kind of brutal, but okay.
And what do you get out of this?
Good question.
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Oh, it's only 2 points. I guess I deal with that. That's not what I meant to do. Trying to, there we go. In the other games, you can just bring up the map right away. But I think select. This one, you actually have to go to the menu. The only reason why I'm looking at the map is for the signal tracking. Though I think I have to go to the wards access for it. But in the meantime, let's go find Shaira and finish this. assignment.
It was a long time ago, though, I barely remember. What drew you back to the city?
Yeah, I don't need the map to be getting around. That's for sure.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him.
No problem.
Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
Sure.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become.
What, no money?
I see the sadness behind your eyes. It tells a story that makes me want to weep. Pain and loss, but it drives you, makes you strong. That strength is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
So, this is usually the one renegade option I pick, just for the fun of it.
Thanks, I guess.
You'll see why.
Close your eyes and relax, Commander.
My team may want to go in the other room for a little while. Oh my gosh. A hand.
Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you.
Okay, I guess.
Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Level up. Let's see what we got here. Put a point of pistols. Damping. So the one kind of annoying thing is that I have to put all these points into pistols so I can unlock like the shotgun skill. Alright. So that's Shaira's mission done. Scan the keeper. So every keeper you scan, you end up getting a little more money for it each time. At least that's what I've seen. Where do I want to go now? Let's see what we need to do. Right, okay, so we'll go to the wards. The markets. Talk to Conrad Werner again, and then go talk to Emily Wong. Or we'll go talk to Emily Wong first, and maybe Conrad will show up then.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help
Yeah,
me?
I found some holodisks.
These OSDs
Or-
might have the information you're
I
looking
guess
for.
this is what they call it in
You've
Star
got
Wars.
this files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
You're welcome. Thank you for the extra money too. See, you don't always have to be. You don't always have to play hardball to get extra money. Let's see. That's very strange that he's not there right now. Well, in any case, let's see what else we need to do. I think let's go over here. Let's head to the wards access. I think that's where the signal is for signal tracking. It's the one mission where I'm not sure where it begins. You find it. You find the signal originally in Flux, and then it's in like 3 different locations. Wards access, CSEC, and then Barlavan's
Coming up in a
office.
report later today, Emily
Was it
Wong
before the
investigates
final report,
corruption on the
or
Citadel and
final
uncovers
spot?
a
I'm not
full-blown
sure
crime syndicate.
which one or where it is first. I think this is the right spot, though. Yep, I was right. Alright. It's right in here.
How are you liking your posting at the academy?
It's good. Busy though.
Signal source.
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace a new signal.
Now it's either CSEC or Barlavan's office. And the problem with this corridor is that it doesn't have a rapid transit. So we're gonna have to take the elevator again.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies
That would be the
has
other
been kidnapped by biotic extremists.
Mission
The
that
biotics
starts by radio
commandeered a freighter
broadcast.
and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Okay, so we now have the UNSC hostage mission. I said UNSC, didn't I? UNC. UNSC, I believe, is Halo. Although, don't quote me. Oh yeah, forgot there's a keeper down here I need to scan. Alright. And CSEC is over yonder this way. Actually, before we go down to CSEC though, let's go over here. Talk to Dr. Michelle.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Feast's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
You're a doctor.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
My father... I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
There should have been... I don't know, maybe my memory's failing me. But I was pretty sure. That there was a quest, or not, like a mission attached to her after becoming a Spectre. No. I think I had to go and talk to her after I rescued Tally. Although I didn't think there was a... Maybe that's one of the few that's actually, like, time sensitive. If you don't do it at this point, then you don't get it. Kind of a thing. Already scanned him. So we'll just head to CSEC.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Alright. Let's see here. Talk to this guy in any case. Did I scan this guy? I have.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
Yep.
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Not a problem.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
See, everything is, I have like a little over 5,000 credits. Everything's like ridiculously expensive. So that's gonna have to wait a little bit. I came down to CSEC for a reason. I'm trying to remember where it was. Oh, right. Signal tracking. Losing my mind. It would be up here. If not here, then it's in Barlevon's office. And it would appear, as currently, that it's in Barlevon's office. We can check the map quick, but... Yep. Alright, so we'll fast travel there. 'Cause that'll be way faster. At least fast travel close enough to it. Financial district is where we want. And perfect, right here. Yep, there it is.
Another relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere in the city.
Oh, I guess okay, so maybe they're not at CSEC then.
Greetings, Earth Clan.
I thought they were.
I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
Thank you.
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail.
They're not right behind you, Shepard.
I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. Yeah, so I guess there's only 3, not 4.
This is it. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a program or a VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Can't we resolve this
Just
peacefully?
a random AI hanging
How can you
out
say that to this thing?
in a terminal.
You know it will turn on us.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
That's nice.
Where is your creator now?
Probably dead.
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
How nice.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals.
So you kept doing it even after you put him in prison?
That AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Nice.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Alright, override the system. No. No. Y. X. Y. A. X. A. No. Y. X. Y. A. X. A. A. Boom. And that problem is solved. They didn't really make the code that hard to figure out. We're leveled up again, so let's see. Alright. Perfect. Now where? There we go. So I'm gonna go check one more time to see if Connor Werner is there. If he's not, then we'll go talk to Udina and Captain Anderson. And then once that's done, we'll go check one more time for Werner, just because I want to. Because I know he should be there. I think Dr. Michelle's mission is already lost cause. Yeah, I don't... Connor Werner should be here again, and I'm not sure why he isn't. But... not really sure. Still those good old loading screens. Maybe, you know, I never asked for supplies from her though. So we'll just see if that leads anywhere.
I need those
Oh, here we
supplies
go.
for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Glad I came back.
Oh, Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
Need some help?
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing.
I mean, that doesn't sound all that
I
bad.
have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him, but won't they expose my past?
Nope.
I'll make sure
Not when
they
I'm
don't
done.
tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
No problem.
Don't worry. I'll take care of this.
Good luck, Commander. Be careful down there.
Okay. Back to the markets. Then we'll head down the stairs. This is where we're headed, is the lower markets. I mean, I have the cheat sheet, but I do know this game very well. I know the layout's pretty much like the back of my hand, that's for sure. Maybe Conrad will be here when, once we're done talking to Udina and Anderson. I think it's funny. I always find him super annoying, but as soon as he's not there when I'm expecting him to be, I'm like, where is he? He should be here.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Things have changed, Morlin.
A change, but the
Not
doctor...
for you, though.
I don't... This is not right,
happily
human.
for you.
Shut up, Moreland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
Yeah, you should probably reconsider.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Shove a gun in someone's face
Thank you,
and
human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Bane?
all of a sudden they back down.
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
What do you know about Bane?
I have never met him, human.
Okay.
What do you know about Bane?
I have never met him, human.
Alright.
I only work with the
Goodbye.
one... Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
So let's see here. Go back and talk to Dr. Michelle. So I usually end up holding the sprint button even when just running around the citadel and there's no sprint. Just because it makes me feel like I'm going a little faster, even though I'm not.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
Sounds good to me.
Bug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
I wonder if the captain knows him.
Maybe.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
A bunch of stuff that's just about either not worth it yet or way too expensive. Alright, so let's go talk to the captain. Embassies. I believe that's where they said they'd be. I'm pretty sure that's the last of... Yep. That is the last of the missions for now that we have to do on the Citadel until we return. Everything else so far is going to be out in space. Okay, so they're not here, which means they're at the Normandy. It just so happens to be opposite CSEC. Towards, not opposite CSEC, but from CSEC. You head up the elevator and you're at the Normandy docking bay. Just head up this elevator here and it says to the Presidium. I believe that. Oh. could have sworn that was the one to the docking bay, but, you know, everyone makes mistakes.
I've heard some humans are angry at the Quarians after the attack on Eden Prime. After all, you created the Geth.
The Geth killed billions and forced us from our homeworld. Most Quarians believe we have paid properly for our mistake.
Hopefully, having you with us fighting Saren will change people's minds.
Well, that conversation was a little louder. That's nice. Looks like we're slowing down. Doesn't always mean anything, though. Oh, alright, so we should be right at the top. And yes, you have to ride this elevator. No matter what. Before we talk to them, there's a keeper up here. I might as well scan.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
What?
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
Why are you doing this?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Oh, come on. There's
Come
more to
clean
this
with
than
me,
that.
Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
Yeah, it's
What was I supposed to
embarrassing.
say?
I get it.
I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it. I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for
Well,
my
you can definitely
mistakes.
count on me.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking
So
for
we
clues.
just look for Geth activity.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Or the
The
Reapers.
Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from
All right.
returning.
I'll stop it.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has
Liara.
a daughter, a
Liara
scientist who
Tassoni.
specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
I'll start there.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Of course, you have a meeting yet, too.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing.
Oh, I get it.
You're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
What happened?
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
And, you know, that's probably didn't go
I'm guessing
as
things
planned.
didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
A
The
lot.
explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Why did you get blamed?
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Yeah.
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
I spoke to Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything. Is there anything else, Commander?
Back to Kahoku. Alright. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying to get off the Citadel, I promise.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
And...
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself.
bunch of lava.
A handful of systems
Well,
with a few small,
planet we're going
uncharted
to.
worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
And Novaria.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
It's like
Novaria's
Hoth.
trouble. Always
Only
has been.
in this world.
The whole
It's
planet
cold.
is basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research.
And
Watch your back there.
a lot more companies.
Spectres are about the
than Hoth
only
has.
form of citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Alright.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
So we'll head back down. Talk to Kahoku. See if Conrad Werner's
In
there.
entertainment news, Francis
And then
King
we'll
has
leave,
announced
I
plans
promise.
to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kit claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Honestly, I would love to see an all Elcor Hamlet. I would pay to see that. Or I would absolutely pay to see that. Alright, we'll go to the Citadel Tower first, and then we'll hit the markets one last time. Let's see, Koku is, yep, over this way.
No, I'm waiting to... Commander, any luck finding my recon?
Not right now. Need to talk to you about something else.
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines
he
is
had no
already
reason to.
dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them.
Oh, I'm working on it, I
Please,
promise.
Shepard. I'm counting on you.
Alright. Well, let's see. In any case... put a save point down. And then we'll go to the markets one last time, just in the hope that Werner might be there. If he's not there, then something glitched, because he should be. Talk to him once before your Spectre, once after your Spectre, and then a third time when you come back. And yeah, he's not here. It's very, very strange. Unless I'm getting things messed up, but I'm looking at it right now. Even the cheat sheet says exactly what I'm saying, so whatever, that's okay. I might try one more thing. And then if that doesn't work, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go onto the Normandy,
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni War.
leave the Citadel,
Many
go back to
council
the
worlds,
Citadel, see if he's
particularly
there, and then
Asari
if he's not,
Solarian colonies,
then
will
I'm just
hold
not going to worry
victory
about it.
parades to commemorate the defeat of the
I know
invading Rachni. In a rare admission of death,
putting a lot of effort
several
into hoping
Asari
that he's
colonies
there,
have
but
invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
I don't like missing out on stuff, especially because of glitches. It bugs me. And this has never happened to me before, so. Fortunately, this elevator ride doesn't take too long. Head on to the Normandy, give a speech.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you.
You're the one who needs to be in charge,
Everyone on this
Commander.
ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, We will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir. Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you
Poor
the same
Joker.
thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
How'd you get your nickname?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
Besides the obvious.
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
That's fair.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, well, let's see here. Okay, there we go. Talk to Presley quick. Maybe. No? You don't want to talk? Alright. So here's what we'll try. So what I'm probably gonna do is go get Liara, and after that, once the crew's full, then I usually do Asteroid X-57. Not sure what I'm gonna do Pinnacle Station. I might do Pinnacle Station. While I'm doing just a bunch of the other random quests. Asteroid X-57 will take its own episode, that's for sure. We'll go to Artemis Tau, travel to this system, go back to the Citadel, see if he's there, see if Connor Burner's there. If he's not, we'll move on. Again, I apologize for the effort I'm going through, but I don't like to miss out on missions and quests, even if they are annoying. Like dealing with Connor Werner is annoying. He's like, oh, my wife will love it. Yeah, right. I'm willing to bet he's not even married. He's like the ultimate fanboy, basically. And Conrad Werner's the, if you ever played Oblivion, and you beat the arena, he's the version of the arena fan that follows you around after you've become the arena champion. Conrad Werner is that guy in this game, except he doesn't get to follow you around. I am considering
interior pressure with exterior
playing
atmosphere.
Oblivion too.
Logged. The commanding
That'll be on the
officer
360
is
though, because
assured
I don't think they've done
Exo
a
Presley has the
backwards
deck.
compatible for that game. But it's another game that I really enjoy, and I'm seriously considering doing that as well. That'll be if I do choose to do that, that'll be something that just kind of I release. Well, all of my videos I kind of release whenever I want to, but
the council has
that one especially just because it's such a big game that there really is no true end
a council spokesman
to that kind
confirmed
of a
that
game.
corrective actions had been taken.
But I just do this for fun anyways. I get to choose what I want to do in the end. If you like it, you keep watching, and if you don't, that's okay too. There's plenty of options out there for you. I just play what I enjoy. And I like sharing it sometimes. Simple as that. Markets, that's where we want to go. If he's not there, well, I guess I'll just have to be disappointed. No, he's not there. I could have sworn I saw his name for just a second. And it's like he glitched out or something. Because he's not there. So, I wonder if he might be there after we complete a mission. So, when we have to come back to the Citadel, I'll check for the fun of it. Because maybe I could be wrong. Pretty sure I'm not, but I very well could be wrong about when he shows up. Alright, head back to the Normandy. Well, and now that I'm thinking about it, Pinnacle Station itself might actually, that'll probably be its own episode as
In
well.
light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects.
We'll probably end up
Proponents of
doing...
expanded human colonization
I always end up
insist that
doing
Eden
Asteroid
Prime was an
X57
isolated
after
case. Nevertheless, colonist
getting
enrollment
Liara,
has
and
dropped
then I'll
sharply.
figure out a time to do
Many
Pinnacle
colonial
Station.
proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that
Probably
human colonies
after
will be
Pharos and
adequately
Bavaria,
protected.
before we go to Vermeer. That's what I'm thinking. Because you want to get everything done that you haven't done yet before Vermeer. So whatever side missions and things we need to tidy up before we go to Vermeer, that's when we'll probably do Pinnacle Station. Get a few XP here, inspect the weapons, inspect the hull. I don't know if there's anything else I need to inspect, but okay, we'll head back onto the Normandy here.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
So I think what I'll do is we'll talk to everyone, and then I'll call it a day
in progress.
for this episode, And then next episode we'll go
Log.
to...
The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands
trying to
relieved.
remember... I think Therum is the planet that Liara is on. It doesn't actually tell you that. I've just played this game enough times to know that that's where she is. Now you want to talk to me.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship.
Oh, they're fine.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
We didn't. I mean, he was on our side.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems.
Yeah, look how
Saren
that's turned
attacked
out.
one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
You never
Some
turn
people
away
think
help.
asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you
That's
stronger.
very true.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
Oh.
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must
Oh,
have made
never
an
mind. Okay, I
impression
thought
on
I
the right
picked
people.
the same option twice.
Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Alright, there's no one in here, but this is where I'll talk to the council when they call. Or when I call them. Alright, then we'll head down. There's always like 20 minutes of talking to people in between missions. When I'm playing by myself and I'm not recording, I don't always talk to everyone. Well, I do, but I don't go through like every dialogue option. Simply because I've heard it a million times, but doesn't mean I don't enjoy it.
Just trying to get a
And
sense
going
of
through
where
this
the crew's
playthrough,
at. Thoughts?
I was planning on going through every dialogue option I could because I do enjoy it, and for your benefit as well.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay. Nothing in the locker. Minus the Metagella I didn't lose.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
And she's just gonna tell me the same stuff as
Goodbye,
before.
Commander.
So that's the one thing is after you never actually get any new dialogue options with Chalkwas, which is kind of disappointing in this game, but you get to talk to her some more in the other games, which is fine. Garrus pretty much becomes the new Chalkwas in Mass Effect 2. You talk to him like 3 times, and then it's just, I need to recalibrate the weapons. Go, come back later, please. But you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to Mass Effect 2. Which is a great game, by the way. Alright, wait, so this is the first time we've been down here. We got Garrus by the Mako, which a lot of people hate. I actually like. I'm okay with the Mako. We got Ashley over here. So all these lockers allow you to mess with their equipment outside of a mission, but I don't usually bother.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander.
Flashlight
I need to get
heads.
squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Ooh.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
I'm probably gonna romance Ashley this time around. I usually go for Liara or Tally, but we can't do Tally in Mass Effect 1, so I always usually go for Liara and then Tally later games. But like I said, I'm trying to make this playthrough doing choices I necessarily wouldn't, even though I am going Paragon, which I almost always do. So I'm thinking I might romance Ashley this time around.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Oh, come on, Rex.
You Krogan lived
You
for
got
centuries.
plenty of stories
Don't
to
tell me you
tell.
haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Yeah, I see your
Suppose it
point.
isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Yeah.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Well, then what's killing you? Well,
are your people really
Krogan,
blind?
really.
We're sure not
They're
getting
killing
any
themselves.
stronger.
They're not focusing
We're too
on
spread
breeding.
out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
We'll be hearing a
Solarians
lot
if you
more about
want
the
details.
genophage and what
They
over the next
need it.
couple games, that's for sure.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth.
I couldn't even
Most
imagine what that'd be like.
that
Thousands of deaths, thousands of babies
Every
dead
Krogan is infected.
on
Everyone.
birth.
And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Maybe you can.
So long, Rex.
Well, thanks for talking to me.
Shepard.
We'll keep the genophage in mind, I promise.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
I mean,
But CSEC wants
should be
it
some
done their way.
limitations.
Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel. See how things are done outside C-Sec. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Don't worry, Garrus.
And
We'll
without
go
C-Sec headquarters looking
long
over my
ways
shoulder,
together.
maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Garrus, the best alien buddy you'll ever have.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not bad. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Alright. And then I suppose we
Hey,
can talk to
Commander.
you.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
You should probably have a
Manufacturers
license to sell
licenses.
weaponry, right?
Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of product. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands.
I suppose I can do that.
Many of the best licenses
Not that I
are hard
ever
to get, but they're
check
well
with him,
worth the
check
cost
in
of
with him ever
finding.
again.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often.
I've never
I need to move
actually
items
tested
quickly,
to
so
see
only
if
the
every
most
time you
basic
land
items
on
will be stocked consistently.
like a major planet or citadel or the citadel,
Not
if his
right now,
stock
no.
actually changes.
No problem. Keep checking.
Because like I said, I never use them. The only thing I ever usually buy is the Spectre gear, and that I usually just go to the citadel for. Talk to Tally.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla.
Whew.
Now, I'm sitting on
Keep
board
yawning.
one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
Not because I'm bored.
I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian.
I can definitely tell I still
Key to the survival of my people.
need to make up some
Most
sleep.
valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just
Quarians are pretty handy, I'll give them
as
that.
we can.
They know
Some of the fleet's
they know how to
massive
keep
vessels
something
date all the way
running.
back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
Well, they've probably been
They're
upgraded.
constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I think it's really cool that they've adapted their culture around. Literally, their entire civilization is on ships, and they've made it work. I think it's kind of cool.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I mean, they have all the systems set up and it works. I think that's really cool.
I want to know more about the Geth.
It's all
I doubt I can
very
tell you anything you don't already
fair
know.
sounding.
It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
And of course, that is illegal.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal.
Uh-huh.
The changes were
Obviously,
so
they didn't
insignificant, so
work out so
gradual
well for
that
you.
we were able to control them, or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Yep.
Many of the Geth's logic
That
systems were
when you
designed
kill
to
a
work
Geth
in
body, you don't
concert
actually
with other
kill
nearby
that Geth.
Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yeah, I can see why. When you're not supposed to build an AI, and all of a sudden you realize you have.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
Tried to
A
put him
general
down.
order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
So, I mean, they defended themselves.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
Look how that turned out.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated.
Of course they had.
The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came.
It's because they never had a grudge against you.
Now
They were just fighting for their survival with brutal efficiency.
to reclaim what was once ours.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting
Of course,
a
you don't want to be
gift.
that guy.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer.
And so they wouldn't do it.
Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Actually, I think we're done.
I should go.
I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about going. Alright, we'll talk to Engineer Adams and then call it good.
You know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you want
Well,
her.
you know, she is useful.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for talent, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
That's not good.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space.
Yeah.
Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems
Paint the
are
hole
engaged,
black
they
and you're good to
can't see
go.
us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL, blue
Making
shifts
sure you know
our
what
emissions,
FTL stands
pushes them
for,
into
faster than
frequencies too
light.
high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
You name a class of Alliance ship, I probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright. So that's everyone that we need to talk to for now. So we'll just head back up here. Get used to elevators. That's all I'm gonna say. In elevators in this game are basically used in place of load screens, and the other two games, they just are like, well, we're not gonna lie to you. It's a loading screen. So then they just give you obviously loading screens, but all right. I'm gonna call this episode good. I had hoped we could get off the Citadel by this episode. We technically did. We haven't done anything yet, obviously, off the Citadel, but once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. And next time, we'll be definitely going and getting Liara, and then from there, seeing what we can do. So, I'll see you guys next time.